What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to Late to Hoops. Today we're going to be discussing the Rockets versus Warriors game that just ended. It's 12:17 a.m. right now when I'm recording this, and that should just let you know how great this game was. I've been sticking strictly to short form for the month of December, but we are uploading every single day for the month of December because that's what we do around here. So if you're new here, please be sure to consider hitting that subscribe button. Let's waste no more time and get straight into this thing. This is going to kind of be a small cuts video with not much editing. I have been working a lot on editing my content recently, but this one, I just really want to emphasize how great this game was and how great the NBA in-season tournament is. With that being said, let's start with the winner of today's contest, the Houston Rockets. It all starts with Ime Udoka. This was just a phenomenal game from a coaching standpoint, guys. This was just a phenomenal game from a coaching standpoint, and just it really shows you the heart and the height that this Houston Rockets team possesses. They only went 8 deep today, but I can tell you every single man who stepped on the court tonight is a dog. You really see people starting to buy in. A couple years ago, I never would have believed that Jalen Green would be barreling down the court all 92 feet just to catch up to someone like Buddy Hield or Lindy Waters III, someone who may not even be impacting the game like a Steph Curry. Jalen Green and the rest of this cast are just clearly very bought in. Obviously, we look at this team, and when we think defense, we think Dillon Brooks. I'm sure a lot of you guys aren't a big fan of him, but in a game like tonight, it just shows that he shines. Jabari Smith Jr. had a fantastic game tonight, just really creating sparks in this Houston offense. In a game like tonight where you are hosting the Warriors and you haven't beaten them since 2020, over 15 games since you've defeated them, you need those sparks, and Jabari Smith Jr. was just that tonight. Alongside of Amon Thompson off the bench, he continued to kill it with an efficient night. 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal. Phenomenal outing off the bench alongside Tari Eason as well. Tari Eason grabbed 7 rebounds, made 1 3, and finished with 9 points. Both of these teams got into turnover trouble very early, and Ime Udoka did a really great job of benching the problem. Jalen Green, I'm not going to say he was the entire problem. He did have 5 turnovers tonight. Freddie had 4, and Sengun had 4 as well. But Ime is just so diligent with his substitution and his rotation. Obviously, you can't get tonight done without Alperen Sengun. 26 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals tonight. Just a phenomenal outing, and really just doing a good job of re-attacking the paint every possession, even though Draymond Green was giving him fits for some portion of this game. This was just a very much win at any cost type of mindset, and I loved it. If you guys didn't watch this game and you're someone who's not a big fan of watching a game start to finish on the run back, I would very strongly recommend that instead of watching the highlights in this one, you just take the time to watch the fourth quarter in its entirety. It tells a tale that this game is just all about who wanted it more. The Houston Rockets at one point, I believe it was with about 5 to 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they went 3 minutes and some change, almost 4 minutes without a single basket recorded, and through scrappy offensive rebounds, through forcing back-to-back shot clock violations. That happened once in the second quarter and once in the fourth quarter in this game. This team was diligent. They showed up. They did the work. Every single player who played on the Houston Rockets tonight is a dog. I'm super proud of this team for prospering. If you guys remember, I made one of my first viral videos was on Alperen Sengun. Way before the media talked about him. I gotta gloat that every time I can. And then I made another video last year saying, are the Houston Rockets gonna make the playoffs? I digress. I really am proud of them for being great this year. Now, the other side of the ball tells a completely different tale. Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors opted to go 12 deep in a very important game. Now, mind you, some of these guys, Kyle Anderson, slow-mo, he gets 4 minutes. Pat Spencer, he gets 3 minutes. It doesn't matter, here nor there. It's just very interesting how Steve Kerr continues to do this. I believe I'm not, this is an Olympic gold winning NBA coach. I'm just a media personality on YouTube. I'm not qualified to say this, but there are times where Steph sees the bench and, you kind of play this game of pull and tug where, okay, Steph Curry played 34 minutes tonight. He's getting up there in age. He needs his rest. But at the same time, it's like when there's 3 minutes, 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter and it's a 4-point game, even if it's for 3 possession, putting Steph Curry on the bench, it's questionable, but again, it's not my decision to make. Steph Curry tonight, he missed a lot of big shots. He made a lot of big shots. It's Stephen Curry. He's going to be phenomenal no matter where you cut it. The real person I want to talk about tonight, well, actually, there's a couple names I want to talk about tonight on the Golden State side of things, is Brandon Pod. He's definitely like the unsung hero in this one, guys. 4 assists, 8 points, 2 steals, a block. Finished the game with no fouls while playing scrappy defense the whole way, diving on loose balls like we saw in the first quarter. Back when if you look at the end of this game, they score 68 points going, both teams, one scored 68, one scored 69, going into the fourth quarter. You wouldn't believe that at one point the Houston Rockets were up by 14. And it's because of guys like Brandon that this game was even close to begin with. Brandon, phenomenal diving on those balls. Draymond Green doing a great job of trying to maintain that defensive, masterclass that he had going on this game. 2 blocks, 2 steals, 4 assists, 8 points in this one. Draymond was doing a good job driving, making those tough little floaters he does. But the other guy who deserves a lot of love in this one, obviously, is Jonathan Kuminga. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, a steal, only 1 turnover tonight. I mentioned previously that the Warriors and the Rockets had a lot of turnover issues tonight. 5 of them came from Draymond, and he is their main, facilitating nature. But 15 total turnovers as a team, 11 fouls as a team, and dare I say the biggest foul of the game was obviously the one that gave them the go-ahead free throws with like 4 or 5 seconds left. I believe it was Jonathan Kuminga dives on a loose ball. He grabs on Jalen Green, and then next thing you know, 2 free throws later, it's 89-90. Now it's 91-90. We get a bad shot off at the end. Brandon gets blocked. They want a foul call. We've all heard the story before. I want to give a head nod to Buddy Hield. Congrats on 2,000 career threes. I mean, I know you don't know who I am, and you'll probably never hear this, but hey, for what it's worth, great job. I think the Warriors, what they did well tonight was they rebounded the ball very well. For a team that's this undersized, to grab 11 offensive rebounds and have a lot of guys, and to have 8 guys be with 3+ rebounds, it's a big deal. It's a very big deal. Going forward, I have no idea what to make of this other than the fact that the in-season tournament is phenomenal, and I really hope it's here to stay. What do you guys think? If you made it this far, I appreciate our support as always. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed. Peace.